Let's take a look at exercise 39 from section 1.4. When you have a problem like this, where you have quite a bit of work to do, quite a few groupings, one way to think of this is you want to work from the inside out. So here, I can work in any grouping, but on this second grouping that has an inner grouping, we want to work from the inside out. And this is an incorrect answer here. So that's not correct. So let's take a look at this. So the first grouping is the absolute value. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. So I perform that operation inside the absolute value bars. Then I want to work on the innermost grouping here on this second grouping. So I want to add 1 to 2/5. And I have to think of 1 as 5 over 5 in order to add these two together. So that would be my first step. All right, now I can actually apply the absolute value to negative 2. The absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2. So it's positive 2 that I'm going to be cubing. Now here, and notice how at each step I'm recopying anything I haven't touched, and I'm moving forward by completing a step of work. So 5 over 5 plus 2 over 5 is 7 over 5. So notice once I add 5 over 5 and 2 over 5, I no longer need that grouping. The operations are completed, the grouping is no longer needed here. Just like here, when I apply absolute value to negative 2, which the absolute value of negative 2 is 2, notice I no longer need a grouping there. All right, 2 cubed is 8. I've done grouping, now I'm applying the exponents, and I want to complete the operations of this grouping. I'm going to think of 10 as 10 over 1. And that's being multiplied by 3/5. And I'm going to think of 5 as 5 over 1. And that's being multiplied by 7/5. Now whenever you're multiplying fractions, if there's a division, remember fractions actually mean division, so I can actually divide this 5 in the denominator into this 10 in the numerator. And the result is 2. I can divide this 5 in the denominator into this 5 in the numerator, and the result is 1. So I have 8 times this grouping, which contains 2 times 3, I've simplified that, plus 1 times 7. So I want to complete the products inside the grouping before I do the addition. So 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 7 is 7. So this is actually 8 times 13. So my grouping, final operation in the grouping is to add, and I have 8 times 13, which is 104. And that's actually my final answer. So that's the answer that should be typed in this box. I hope that helps.